Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here. Welcome back to 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. We're going to talk about the new update coming out. Right now we have maintenance for about 2 more hours. Blue Lilia's coming. Gowther's coming. Something really cool is coming to QoL as well too. A quality of life update that JP didn't have and we actually got right now, which is really awesome. And a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm going to cover all that and more in this video. So before we can jump in and talk about everything, you can see there's maintenance. After maintenance, all this is going live. I will also be going live on twitch.tv/octopus where I do my live streams for the Gacha game and many more games. So if you guys want to check out my polls for Blue Lilia, my Gowther runs, everything, I will be live there. There is a link in the description if you guys want to join me. Alright, so who's Blue Lilia and why should you care? Blue Lilia is a new character coming out. It's an original character and it comes with a step-up banner for 242 gems. So it's free-to-play friendly, meaning that even if you pull and you go to the 10th pull, you're guaranteed this unit. Where the other banners, you can pull, and never get anything. So this is a very good banner and also has a bunch of loyalty stuff to go along with it. But what is she? What does she do? And why do we care? She basically makes any pierce setup very viable. So the big thing about her is her unique passive is called Dark Symphony. It increases all allies' pierce rate by half of her pierce rate. And you guys can see already her pierce rate is at 50% just being the unit she is. And when you get her to 6 stars, it goes up by another 3% there. And then when you put on gear for another 60% and then use pierce rate food, there's so many things you can do with her. You can go up to like 140% pierce rate very easily. And half of that would be 70% for your other units like Blue Meliodas. You can use Green Bond. Escanor benefits from it as well too. Also Hauser. So there's a lot of pierce setups that we can use in global right now. They're going to do a lot of damage. And that's not the only thing about her. So that's the biggest thing when it comes to certain team comps are going to be very dominant. Unless Valenti shows up, then Valenti will stop this as well. And more geared than ungeared. But her first ability is pathetic. For a rank 1 ability, you're going to get 150% attack on all enemies. At rank 2, you're going to do another 150%, but this time, you're going to remove one of the ultimate move gauges. So think Green Merlin, alt rollback. And then at rank 3, the max rank, you're going to deplete 3 of those and do 250% attack. Now, when it comes to her gear, this is going to be very important because both of these things run on her attack stats. But if you run her on a pierce setup, it really affects her during PvP. And especially during certain comps. So the next one is her heal ability and Dispel, I believe. Heals HP of all allies equal to 240% of attack and removes debuffs on rank 2. It shows over here. I think that's also going to be rank 1 as well with the certain update that we got. I could be wrong though. But she heals all the HP by 200, 240, and 400% at max rank. And this scales off of her attack. Same thing with her first ability. Scales off of her attack. So obviously it says attack on all enemies. Damage equal of attack. So if you run her and your first pieces, your bracelet or your bracers and your ring, those are your attack pieces. If you roll pierce rate on them, you're not going to have that set bonus of your attack. So you're not going to get 15 over here and you're not going to get 15 over here if you get super lucky. You guys probably have like 10% on each one, right? 20%. So you're losing out on that attack. And if you try to go ult back on a team, you might get patience. And patience means you didn't do any damage, which means you didn't do the ultimate move back. And then her complete one skill is useless. So it depends who you also face. But most of the time for Valenti, I still recommend you run that pierce setup. Even if you do attack defense setup or if you do HP defense setup, Valenti is going to want that pierce rate in there. So you're going to roll those pierce rates and she's going to want to survive as well too. I'm going to have a whole video on her, but to keep that in mind, these 2 skills over here run off of attack. So you're not going to heal a lot and you're not going to do damage, especially if you face a Valenti cop. If you don't face Valenti, then she will be able to do alt rollbacks. She still have a kind of a sort of damage there as long as you have like the max out geared for her SSR. If you don't, it depends again on what character you hit. So that's something to keep in consideration, but that still makes her kit really good. She's got heals, Dispel, alt rollback, damage, and she increases your pierce rate by a huge amount. Even if you don't use pierce food and you just go with the normal and the whole perfect rolls and all that, she can get kind of crazy. So when it comes to her ultimate, her big ability, she inflicts damage equal to 350% of her attack on all enemies. So again, without attack defense setup, you're not going to be doing damage, but it's recommended to use the pierce for the substats. So That's something you don't have to max her out. If you want to max her out, 6 out of 6 just gives you more CC and a little bit more damage. That's about it. You don't really need to max out this ultimate. It's just there to give you more combat class. Nothing else. And a little bit more damage because it runs off of attack. Now, she does come with all these cosmetics. The biggest ones to take note is her 2 UR weapons here. You've got Pierce Rate 5% and Pierce Rate 2%. They're going to be in the shop. They're going to be there for money first, if I'm not mistaken, and then they should be coming out afterwards. Yeah, there they are. The little eyeball and the little dragon. They're going to come out for money, so you have to pay for these packs. But after that, on 6/30, so basically June 30th, and afterwards, it's going to be permanently in the shop for gems. 30 gems a piece. So 30 for the head, 30 for the chest, and 30 for the weapon. If you want that weapon right away, that's 60 gems on both of those. But that's after the end of this month. For now, anyone that's free to play cannot purchase this until after the 6/30, June 30th. So overall, I think Blue Lilia is an amazing character. Even if you're not going to run those team comps for penetration, which you're probably going to, the ult roll back there with the ability to give more characters pierce rate is always going to be beneficial, and she's also got heals. When it comes to like PvE content, you're not going to see too much use for her, but you will see her in PvP, in geared and ungeared very, very easily. So that's double banner, 242 gems gets you Blue Lilia plus anything else you get along the way. If you're lucky, on the 5th pull, you are guaranteed an SSR hero as well too. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of good units on this banner, including Escanor, so you might get your multiple copies from there. And along the way, you're going to get yourself SSR pendants, anvils, and all that beautiful stuff. So that is Blue Lilia. I will be doing my polls sometime today. Depends what time I'm available after my kids wake up. I'll let you guys know. Just keep track if you want on my Discord or my Twitter. I'll definitely have those announced right away. So for the rest of the stuff going in, we got check-in bonus, and we've got those big events, you know, those growth events that sometimes we forget about, but there's a bunch of SSR pendants here and blue books for your Blue Lilia if you need to. We have the event coming up for all those half stamina stages, free stage stamina, half off fort stamina. So if you want to farm that gold in time for the salvage event, you can do so because it's there during the salvage event. So you still have an opportunity. There's a package over here for upgrading your units, but you get all the stuff free in the game. It's all up to you guys. I'm not going to tell you how you spend your money. So the last thing I want to talk about is that they updated global into an exclusive quality of life, and this is huge. So all these units over here, all these cosmetics you're seeing, they came out a long time ago. I think it was like the first month of Grand Cross. And once it was gone, it was supposed to be gone and only come back for money. And it did come back for money in global, but it also came back as an individual price purchase. So that means after that purchase price, like every cosmetic, it's going to be available again for gems. And the kicker, if you already purchased it and you purchase again, for every cosmetic piece you bought, you will get your gem refund from it. So you will receive diamonds for your costumes that you already own when you buy a set. So if you have the headpiece, 30 gems, chest piece, 30 gems. If you had the weapon, 30 gems back. So if you had the whole entire thing and then you bought the set again, you'll get that bonus gems plus your 90 gems on top of it for that price, which is better than buying BOGO, or not BOGO, but I think so, probably better than buying BOGO. So the whole thing here is that everybody has an opportunity to get Hauser's Pierce Rate set up now, which is huge. If you want to use Gila for the farming those books, if you want Guild Thunder in the background during your Valenti comps, there's a lot of stuff going on over here. Even Grimoire. Grimoire is used as a setup as well too. Guild Thunder, Grimoire is like two of those top staple PvP setups right now that sit in the back line to either give you that HP or give you that defense. So these sets are pretty cool. Jericho's kind of like outdated these days and might get more outdated, so don't go crazy on her unless she's super waifu, but she's going to be replaced and is replaced already because the guild boss has been updated. But this is huge information. JP never got this. We are the only ones that are getting after a second purchase. So it came out before, it was going to come out again for money. We all knew that, but it wouldn't be available for gems, and it is available for gems after the money period is over. So that is huge. There's a huge pierce rate weapon on Hauser. And Hauser is one of those units that actually has his UR gear right now too. So I can see some people actually going full Hauser, 6 out of 6 ult, get his really good weapon off of this and going ham on that Blue Lilia's team setup. So that's crazy to see. Really cool. But again, new things coming up are Final Boss Gowther. I will be having a guide out that for that. I did make top 5% as a free-to-play for Final Boss King, and I plan to do so the same on Final Boss Gowther. So I'll have a guide out for that as soon as I get mine done. And again, I will be doing that live over my Twitch channel if you guys want to check it out. So Everything else is pretty straight up. There's going to be those bundles, all the stuff we talked about. That's the whole entire update, guys. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like button. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll smell you later.